Hello, brothers and sisters. This is your brother, G World 7 Space D. And I'm here, mainly I want to follow up on a video I did the other day regarding brother Dr. Umar Johnson. Um, it's sad to see him and Tariq and them going at it. I wish they could have handled their differences behind closed doors instead of airing out everything. I felt what Umar did, I thought was wrong to try to attack him. And then, Tariq came back. It would be really nice. They just could have they have each other's number probably on speed dial. Could have called and spoken to the brothers, to the brother, and just, said, man, you know, talked about their differences there. But instead, to hear these brothers argue like this, man, it's not a good look. But this was the races enjoy. They enjoy to see us divided and fighting amongst ourselves. This is something that is not a good look for us globally. Because I'm all for Brother Umar building this school, because we cannot continue to allow our youth to be educated by our oppressor. The main thing is we're no longer slaves in chains. We're more slaves mentally in the brain. And when you have your oppressor educating your children, that's dangerous. So many times that I remember coming up as a kid, I've had plenty white female teachers, and to me, they didn't. I didn't feel they really offered me much, or they gave me much. Most of the things I learned on my own. And the school systems do not teach us our true history. It teaches that we were brought over as slaves, and then we had the civil rights movement or the Black Power movement, and now that we're free. And that's the most ridiculous thing that you can even say. To narrow down our great history to those few events, to slavery to today, and you're teaching us to say that we were always subservient to white people, and that's not true. But the main thing is that this school is needed, because in the black community, man, so many of us, even with our degrees, we don't know who we are. And then you try to tell some black people about our history, they just want to poo-poo it and act like you're giving them that you giving them a falsified history, and we're ashamed of who we are. Which I'm not ashamed of who I am, but I really am not going to take the narrative that my history started with slavery. So the importance of the Dr. Umar school is needed. Now, I think the other day I seen something where they had Dr. Umar going over to the East Side neighborhood in Chicago, looking at a particular school, and he was talking to a woman. She said that it's the East Side. The East Side is an area in one of the 77 communities in Chicago. It borders near Hammond. It's on the South Side. So you had Hegwish, the East Side, South Chicago, and then over you have the Riverdale community, which is still Chicago, but it has the same zip code as Riverdale, Illinois, and Dalton, Illinois. It's all the South Side. Well, Dalton, Illinois, Riverdale, Illinois are the suburbs, predominantly black suburbs, and Riverdale, the area, is the city of Chicago. They have a 608 zip code instead of 606. Then going over from there east, you have Hegwish, East Side, and South Chicago. So the East Side area is the South Side, but it borders near Hammond. So, and when I looked at the picture, he was going to find a school over there. He was asking about the racial demographics over there, where he could pull his students over there. If I could remember when my brother used to play baseball over there years ago, the area was predominantly white, ethnic white, I think, and it was very racist. And things have changed because a lot of the whites who especially work for the fire department or the police department, they live on those borders part of the city, and the outskirts borders of the part of the city. But yeah, that area now it has more blacks there. Some black people move there. You have some people there in Section 8. And then there's some CHA property, which you call scatter sites, plotted over there. Um, and then Mexican. So you have those ethnic whites, Mexican, and blacks who's in that little pocket over there. Um, I know also the extended Lakeshore Drive was built where they want to build some high rises, I believe. Not high rises, but you call condos over there. They want to build some condos in that region. So it's what you call being gentrified to some degree. But like I said, it also helps for people coming from Hammond, Indiana, to connect themselves into the city. So I remember I seen a little piece where Dr. Umar was looking at something over on the east side. Uh, Hopefully it goes through. In my opinion, he should start off small and then build himself up, because the way he was talking, he wanted to have everything big from the beginning, and it doesn't go that way. Even with the NFL, and I don't even watch the NFL no more, but they start off small. I believe it was like 12 teams, then went to 13. Then the AFL, I believe, had 10 to 12, whatever, and they merged. And initially in 1966, but officially in 1970. You start off small, then you build your way up, and that's what I believe. That's one of his mistakes that he made. He wanted to go big in the beginning when he should have just, he could have got that school. I don't know if it's still open, right off of Vincennes and 99th Street in Chicago, in the Beverly neighborhood. He could have gotten that neighborhood. Then the main thing people say, oh, he's in a bougie black neighborhood, whatever. But no, he could have went there. I don't know if that school is still open. It used to be a Catholic school, but when I seen that piece of him in Chicago looking at a school over the east side, hopefully he will continue to to look for a school, and hopefully he ends up getting a school. But the people who are now laughing and happy to see, quote, his supposedly demise, to me, are the big problem in the black community. Because right there, that lets me tell you that they really don't give a damn about helping out our black youth, particularly black boys. Their only concern is to continue to be with massa and to please massa. And that's sad. Those are the type of people in the community that we just need to get rid of. We just need to call it what it is. Some of our people are no good. Some of our people you cannot help. There's a lost cause. Good riddance, goodbye. We have to see that for what it is. So we can't help out everyone. Some of them just going to have to go. If you hate the black community that much, leave the community. If you don't want to help the community out, if you don't want to see something good for black boys, you hate black men, you hate black women, leave the damn community. Leave us alone. Leave the ones alone who want to see the black community thrive and flourish and to be back where it once was in the past. Because we had some beautiful communities, neighborhoods in the past. We still do have some good neighborhoods. But the fact is that so many things are going on with so many families being broken up, the out and out self-hatred in our community. And that's due to us not knowing ourselves. As a people, I've said this in some of my other YouTube postings, that we have a great history and great civilization, not only in Africa, but here in America and over in Asia and the Pacific Islands and Australia. But we have allowed people who do not look like us to educate our children and to continue that lie about our history and who we are and continue the raping and robbing of our culture. That's something we should never, never continue to allow. But we're allowing that by allowing others to continue to push that narrative down our throat. We as a people need to learn that, yes, we have differences in different pockets of the world, But white folks can come together. They can hate each other, but they can come together and form like Voltron. It was an old cartoon from the 80s. Form like, and they had an updated version recently, but form like Voltron and come together and form their blazing sword and then cut up anything that goes against them and their beliefs. We need to come together. Despite our differences in certain things, we need to come together. And some of these differences are inflated. We can have differences amongst each other, but we seem to throw away those differences when it comes to other people. And when it comes to non-black people, we seem to throw away the borders, throw away the walls. We all the same. But when it comes to us, you try to distance ourselves. I'm not like those niggers. I'm not like those niggers. So that's something we really have to stop, man. So I'm all for Dr. Umar's school. I'm still, I believe that he tried to do too much, too fast. But the greatest importance is that the school needs to be built or started, you know. And we in the black community should continue to support the man. I believe the brother's frustrated. He didn't receive more money for the black community. Where are these black celebrities? Hell, Dr. Dre gave $10 million to USC. What about something for us? Why can't these celebrities give money to something to build for the black community? We should start boycotting them. If they learn their craft, their skill in the black community, then once they leave the black community, spit on us. We should really start boycotting a lot of these celebrities who do not push our issues. But unfortunately, we continue to try to push our children in the direction of the form of entertainment and the sciences and worshiping these individuals when they should not be worshipped. They're the biggest coons that's running around or coming from the black community. So we as a race should continue to do the right things and try to build amongst ourselves and start to really love ourselves and try to grasp the fact that we have no friends. We need to stop talking about coalitions and having other people understand this. We have no friends. That's the point blank thing. We have no friends. The only thing that we have, the only people that we have are us, ourselves. So we have to stop this coalitions with other people because it doesn't work. It's not working with us. No one likes us, and I believe for the simple fact is they're jealous of us. They're jealous. A lot of these individuals know that we built the pyramids in Mexico. We built the pyramids over in Egypt and Nubia. We built all those great civilizations. We built the mounds here in America. That's us. And there's a lot of jealousy and envy of our culture. They love our culture, they worship our culture. They want to embrace themselves, immerse themselves in all of our culture. But then the same thing turn around and hate us. Lip injections, butt injections, want to wear your hair, darken up your skin, claim that they create the culture, but then hate the very people of the culture. So that's like a love-hate relationship. Love a culture, but hate us. So I'm all support of Brother Dr. Umar's school. I think we need to, as a people, come together. You know, also I have to say this. Lots of times when a black man is confident, he's viewed as arrogant. But while a white man, he's a genius. Why is that? And so we as black folks don't need to be caught in that. Yes, Umar may come across as what he did to Tariq Nasheed was very arrogant. But we need more black men with confidence in themselves to articulate their position, to state our issues and be on point with it. We need to understand as a people that the time is now. We don't have no more time to waste on foolishness and trying to convince other people to understand our plight. They're not going to do that. They don't care. Some of these other individuals know what we're going through, or they know our history. Now, many don't, but many do. But they want to continue this lie. Why would you want to be friends with someone who wants to continue a lie about your culture and history? Like archaeologists, they're teaching at black schools or even at these white universities where they have a significant number of black students, continue teaching a lie, a bold-faced lie, and knowing that they're teaching a lie. And why you want to continue to try to embraciate you or embrace someone or want someone to embrace you or try to understand your plight, and they're just going along with the program deep down inside. They hate your ass. They don't want nothing to do with you, but they love your culture and they want to steal it. That's not a friend. That's a damn enemy. So, I just want to say that I still support Umar with the school. I think there's certain mistakes that he made. Like I said before in another video, I think he plays the black women too much. I think he with the black woman. I don't know if he ever said the black woman's God, but I think he plays up to caters to black women, and not saying that black women should not be noticed and appreciated, but we don't need to be catering our sisters to the point that we blame all the problems on black men and never let sisters know some of the things that they're doing wrong, to be critical of them also. Because I notice in the black community, it's good to criticize. It's cool to criticize a black man. But if you criticize a black woman, then there's a problem. Then you got the simps who they'll sit up there and attack brothers for being critical. Well, some brothers are nothing but buck dancing coons, but the ones who are doing it from love, they'll attack them, and they only doing it. They want you to. They saying the things which they know that you want to hear, so they can get between your pants, instead of being honest with you and telling stuff that you need to hear. So we in the community need to stop belittling down to one another. There's nothing with critique and certain criticism, but there's too much envy and jealousy in the black community. Man, I support this brother. I think he's a great orator, great speaker, man. And a lot of things he's saying is on point. There's certain things when he was saying that his ancestors came as slaves. He's not a Moor. A lot of black people are a combination of indigenous blacks from America, black Europeans who came here. Some of them came in here as indentured servants, and then black people were brought over here as slaves. So we not is a common. Black people in America are a combination of different groups of blacks who are already here, who black Europeans, and then black people who brought over slaves, who were brought over here and made into slaves from Africa. But you know, the Africans been coming from back and forth here to Americas for thousands of years. So the Americas is not new to us. So basically, I just feel that I still support the brother. And as a community, we still need to back the brother, because this is the government going after this brother, man. We've seen this thing over and over again, how the government goes after black people who are not going along with their program. Why are we going to continue to fall for the trap that was done to black people in the past, like Marcus Garvey? Why are we doing this, man? We should know better by now. But some of us don't read, don't research. We believe that the government wouldn't do something like that, but they are. We don't control the media, print, television, or the radio. That information is coming from our oppressor. So why would you want to believe anything from the media? This government or this media will do anything and everything to destroy black people. So wake up, black people. Peace and love. This is your brother G World 7 Space D. Over and out. Peace and love. Yeah.